Hey everyone, and welcome back to another deep dive. You know the drill, we're taking those sources you send in, all your research, and finding the good stuff.
Yeah, the real gems hidden in there.
Exactly. And today's topic is Lego.
Huh, interesting. Always loved Legos as a kid.
Me too. But we're not focusing on building those epic castles this time. No, we're going deeper.
Deeper, how so?
We're diving into the world of Lego marketing. You guys sent in some fascinating articles about how Lego became a global icon. It's seriously impressive stuff.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere these days. Movies, video games, theme parks, you name it.
Right. It's amazing. And one thing that really caught my eye was this idea that Lego doesn't just sell toys. They sell an entire experience.
That's interesting. I've never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's about tapping into something deeper, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It's not just about those plastic bricks, it's about what you can do with them. The creativity, the imagination.
Exactly. And that's where the marketing genius comes in. One of the articles even mentioned how Lego doesn't just showcase the finished product in their ads.
They don't.
Nope. Instead, they show kids using Lego to solve problems, like building a spaceship to escape a messy room or something.
Huh. Clever.
Right. They're selling a feeling, a sense of possibility, not just a toy. It's like how Disney doesn't just sell movies.
Oh, I see what you mean. They sell that magic, that childhood wonder.
Exactly. Both Lego and Disney are masters of emotional connection. But what's really impressive about Lego is how they've adapted to this increasingly digital world.
True. I mean, it's not like kids these days are only playing with physical toys anymore.
Right, but Lego hasn't just clung to those little plastic bricks.
Hmm.
They've embraced technology, haven't they? Video games, apps, even augmented reality stuff.
Yeah, I've seen those. Pretty cool, actually. My nephew's obsessed with the Lego video games.
And they've managed to do all this while staying true to their core values. They've found a way to integrate technology without replacing that hands-on building experience.
Smart move. Speaking of smart moves, one of the articles you sent mentioned Lego's use of the 7 Ps of marketing.
The 7 Ps, yeah. I remember skimming over that. Honestly, that framework always felt a bit too textbook for me, a bit dry.
I get it. It can be a bit dry if you just approach it from a textbook perspective. But
Yeah.
the way Lego actually uses those 7 Ps, it's anything but boring.
Oh, do tell.
Well, let's take place, for example. We just mentioned how Lego is literally everywhere these days.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid them.
Exactly. But it's not just about blanketing the market with their product. It's about being strategic.
Strategic how?
Think about their flagship stores. They're not just retail spaces, they're immersive experiences.
Yeah.
Designed to really showcase the Lego world and get people excited about building.
We're talking about those stores with the giant Lego models and the
Yeah.
play areas.
Yep. They have workshops too where you can learn building techniques and stuff. It's pretty impressive.
I went to one of their stores in New York a while back. The place was packed. And it wasn't just kids either. Lots of adults reliving their childhood, I guess. They even had this section where you could buy individual bricks by the pound.
Huh. See? That's them understanding the product part of the equation. They offer those pre-designed sets, sure, but they also get that open-ended creativity is important, that freedom to build whatever you can imagine.
Makes sense. Okay, so I'm starting to see how those 7 Ps come into play with Lego. But what about price? Their sets range from, like, a few dollars to hundreds, right?
Right. They use something called a tiered pricing strategy.
Tiered pricing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it means they have products at different price points to make them accessible to a wide range of people. They've got the basic sets for budget-conscious shoppers, and then these super elaborate collector's items for the die-hard fans.
It's like they have a Lego set for every stage of life and every budget, huh? You start with DUPLO blocks as a toddler, graduate to the theme sets as a kid, and then maybe end up collecting those massive Star Wars sets as an adult.
Exactly. And that ties into their masterful understanding of their target market. They know they have a diverse audience with different needs and wants at every age.
Now that you mention it, I remember one of the articles talked about how Lego wasn't afraid to take risks and adapt to the changing market, especially with the rise of digital stuff.
Definitely. They recognize the growing popularity of video games, and instead of seeing it as a threat, they embraced it.
So they weren't like, oh no, video games are going to kill Lego.
Not at all. They were like, hey, let's make some awesome Lego video games. And those games, hugely popular, introduced a whole new generation of kids to Lego.
And they even tied those games back to their physical products with special sets and characters.
See? That's Lego understanding promotion at its finest. They're creating this interconnected ecosystem of experiences that all reinforce each other.
Clever. And it's not just traditional advertising they're good at. They've built this huge online community through social media, right? People can share their creations, get inspiration, even participate in design challenges.
Absolutely. Which brings us to people. Lego gets how valuable their fan community is, and they actively work to cultivate it.
It's not just, hey, buy our stuff. It's more like, hey, join our community, share your passion. Let's build something amazing together.
Exactly. They empower their customers to become like brand ambassadors, spreading the love of Lego.
It's seriously impressive how they've created that sense of community and shared passions. Like, you're not just buying a product, you're joining a movement. You're part of something bigger.
And that, my friend, is a testament to their understanding of consumer psychology. They've tapped into those basic human desires to create, to connect, to be part of a tribe. But it goes beyond that even.
It does. How so?
They've managed to connect with their customers on an emotional level, too.
Tell me more about that. I feel like Lego has this uncanny ability to evoke nostalgia, even for someone like me who hasn't touched a brick in years.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Something about those colorful bricks just triggers this sense of childlike wonder. And Lego knows this. They've smartly used that nostalgia in their marketing, especially when targeting adults with sets that bring back childhood memories.
It's like they're giving us permission to be kids again, tap into that creativity and sense of play that maybe we've lost touch with as adults.
Exactly. But it's not just nostalgia either. Lego also gets that play is important for development, not just for kids, but for adults too.
I've heard that playing with Lego can actually improve problem-solving skills, spatial reasoning, even social skills.
Yep, and there's more and more research to back that up. Lego's not just a toy, it's a tool for learning and development, and they've managed to weave that message into their marketing too. Their products are fun, yes, but they're also beneficial.
Okay, wow. My mind is officially blown. I'm seeing Lego in a whole new light now.
Wow.
It's not just about those colorful bricks. It's about something so much deeper, something that resonates with us on an emotional and developmental level.
And that's just scratching the surface. There's so much more to uncover about Lego's customer-driven strategy, their innovative use of technology, their mastery of the whole marketing mix. It's really fascinating stuff.
I'm hooked. Let's keep going. I'm ready to dive even deeper into all of that.
All right, let's do it. So we were just talking about how Lego has managed to connect with those deeper needs in people.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how they've woven that into their whole approach.
Totally. And it really goes hand in hand with what we see in their customer-driven approach and something that came up quite a bit in the research you sent.
You mean how they don't just understand consumer psychology in a general way, but they really listen to their specific audience?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Lego's borderline obsessive about gathering feedback.
Obsessive how? Like
Right.
spying on kids playing with bricks.
Well, and that's buying exactly, but they do have teams who observe kids in their Lego stores to see how they play. They also use surveys, focus groups, you name it. They're even all over social media interacting with fans and seeing what people are saying.
Wow, that's commitment. It's kind of like those tech companies in Silicon Valley that A/B test everything.
Yeah, it's a similar mindset for sure. But I think Lego goes a step further.
How so?
They're not just looking at numbers on a spreadsheet. They want to get into the heads of their customers.
So they want to know not just what people are doing, but why.
Right. Why do kids gravitate towards certain sets? What makes adults nostalgic about those classic Lego bricks? They really dig deep to understand the motivations and desires behind the data.
And then they use all that information to guide their product development and marketing.
Exactly. They're not just collecting data for the sake of it. They want to use it to create better products and experiences. They even have a platform, Lego Ideas, where fans can submit their own designs for Lego sets.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that. Didn't they actually produce a set based on Seinfeld from a fan submission a while back?
They did, and it was a huge hit. That shows how much Lego trusts its fan community. They're willing to let their customers have a real say in the product development process.
Smart move. It creates buzz, gets people excited, and, most importantly, ensures they're creating stuff people actually want. And it's not just about listening to customers, though, right? Lego is also super forward-thinking. They seem to be ahead of the curve when it comes to trends and incorporating those into their brand, particularly with all the digital stuff happening these days.
Oh, absolutely. One of the articles highlighted their early adoption of digital platforms. Remember Lego Island? from back in the late 90s.
Vaguely. Refresh my memory.
It was one of the first computer games that really nailed that combination of virtual Lego building with actual storytelling.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. I spent hours on that game, building houses and driving those little virtual Lego cars around. It's crazy to think that they were already experimenting with digital stuff over 20 years ago.
Right, and they haven't slowed down since. They've got tons of mobile apps, a huge presence on social media. They've even partnered with companies like Google and Apple to create those augmented reality experiences.
It's clear they're not afraid to experiment and use technology in interesting ways to expand their brand. But they always seem to do it in a way that feels true to what Lego's all about.
Exactly. They don't use technology just for the sake of it. It always feels like an organic extension of the core Lego experience.
Like, it's not about replacing those physical bricks, it's about using technology to enhance the creative possibilities.
Exactly. It's about opening up new avenues for storytelling and play. And they're constantly pushing those boundaries. Think about Lego Mindstorms. They took something as simple as building blocks and created a platform for kids to learn about robotics and coding.
Yeah, Mindstorms is super cool. It's amazing how they cater to such a broad range of ages and interests with their products. You've got DUPLO blocks for toddlers, intricate technique sets for teenagers, and even those super detailed architecture sets for adults.
That's what I mean about understanding their diverse customer base. Lego isn't just a kid's toy, it's a hobby people can enjoy their whole lives. They've even got dedicated adult fan communities online.
Wow. Not many brands can say they have fans from like 3 years old to 93.
Right. And it's not just about age either. They get that different people are drawn to Lego for different reasons. Some love the creative freedom, others like the challenge of building those complex models, and some are just nostalgic for their childhoods.
It's impressive how they manage to appeal to so many different types of people.
And that brings us back to that whole customer-centric approach. Lego is constantly trying to understand what makes their audience tick, what excites them, what they want to see more of, what they're looking for from the Lego brand.
It really shows that they care about their customers. It's not just a transactional relationship.
Totally. They're building long-term relationships with their fans by creating experiences that resonate on a deeper level. It's about fostering a sense of community, a shared passion for building and creativity.
It's inspiring to see how they've built such a powerful and lasting brand. It feels like more than just a company at this point. It's a cultural phenomenon.
You got it. And a lot of that has to do with their approach to marketing. They really know how to tell a story.
Oh yeah, their marketing is next level. It's not just, hey, buy this Lego set. They create these amazing narratives that get people invested. It's like you're not just buying bricks, you're buying into a whole world of adventure and imagination.
They're not just advertising products, they're weaving narratives that engage and inspire their audience. And they've also been really smart about using partnerships to expand their reach.
The Lego movies, the collaborations with Star Wars and Harry Potter, the partnerships with video game developers.
Exactly. By joining forces with other brands and storytellers, they introduce Lego to a whole new generation of potential fans.
And those partnerships are always so well chosen. They make sense for the brand and appeal to their target audience. It never feels forced or random.
They've also been incredibly successful with social media. It's not just about pushing products, it's about genuine engagement with their community.
Yeah, their social media presence is great. They share inspiring content, run contests, respond to fans. It really feels like they fostered this positive and supportive online community.
They're masters of community management. They've created a space where fans feel valued and heard. And they're not afraid to experiment on social media either. They're always trying new things and keeping it fresh.
Like that Lego Masters TV show. That was
Yeah.
such a fun way to showcase Lego building to a wider audience.
Exactly. Another example of their willingness to think outside the box and find creative ways to reach new people. They really haven't let success make them complacent.
They're not content to just sit back and watch the money roll in. They're constantly innovating and evolving. It's impressive.
It really is. Lego's a fascinating case study for anyone interested in brand building and marketing. They've created a brand that's both timeless and incredibly relevant, appealing to multiple generations while constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
So just to recap what we've talked about so far, we've covered Lego's customer-centric approach, their digital savvy, their masterful storytelling, and smart partnerships. It's clear they're marketing wizards.
And we've also touched on those deeper psychological needs that their products address. The need for creativity and problem solving, the need for social connection and belonging.
It's been a wild ride, this deep dive into the world of LEGO. We've really gotten a glimpse into the secrets behind their enduring success.
I think we're ready to bring it all together now. Time to synthesize all these insights and think about what they mean for our listeners.
Sounds like a plan. Let's wrap up this deep dive by reflecting on what we've learned and how our listeners can apply these lessons to their own lives. All right, so we've really dug deep into LEGO's marketing strategies, and wow, there's a lot to unpack there. It's so much more than just, hey, buy our toys.
Right. What's really stuck with me is how Lego has managed to combine their business goals with a genuine understanding of what people actually need, not just what they want to buy.
Yeah, you're talking about those deeper needs we discussed earlier, that desire for creativity and connection, even that nostalgia factor. It's like LEGO gets that, and they tap into it without feeling, I don't know, manipulative.
I think that's a huge lesson for anyone, whether you're running a business or creating art or just trying to, make a difference. It's about aligning your goals with something bigger, something that really resonates with people on a deeper level.
And it's not like LEGO's been perfect all along, right? They've made their share of mistakes, had products that flopped, faced some tough challenges, but they always seem to learn from those experiences and bounce back.
That's a testament to their commitment to that process element we were talking about earlier, one of those 7 Ps. They're constantly gathering feedback, seeing what works and what doesn't, then adjusting course.
Yeah.
It's a constant cycle of improvement.
Makes me think about that article about Lego almost going bankrupt in the early 2000s.
Uh,
They were kind of all over the place, trying to be too many things to too many people, losing sight of their core identity.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading about that. It was a rough time for them.
But then they took a step back, refocused on their strengths, listened to their fans, and, well, they came back stronger than ever.
A classic comeback story for sure. It shows that sometimes success comes from knowing when to pause, reassess, and remember what really matters. Get back to basics.
Okay, so we've talked about the importance of authenticity, the need to be adaptable, and the power of connecting with your audience on a deeper level. What else can we learn from Lego's success story?
Well, we can't forget about the power of community. Lego has cultivated this incredibly passionate fan base, and they involve that community in everything they do.
From getting ideas for new sets to creating those spaces, both online and offline, for fans to connect and share their creations. Lego truly gets that their community is their biggest asset.
And they nurture that community. They listen to it, empower it. They understand that their fans are more than just customers, they're collaborators and brand ambassadors.
Yeah, it's almost like they've created a movement, this shared passion for creativity and building. It's not just about buying Legos, it's about being part of something bigger.
Exactly. And that's something that anyone, any brand or individual can aspire to create. It's about fostering a sense of belonging, a shared purpose that resonates with your audience.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the big takeaway for our listeners? What's the one thing they should remember from all this Lego talk?
I think the biggest takeaway here is that real success goes beyond just a great product or a clever marketing campaign. It's about building something with meaning, something that connects with people on a deeper level, something that leaves a positive impact.
It's about understanding who you're talking to, being true to yourself and your values, and always adapting to the world around you.
And never underestimating the power of creativity, imagination, and let's not forget, play. Don't be afraid to have fun with it.
Lego has definitely taught us that even something as simple as a plastic brick can bring people joy, spark creativity, and even inspire innovation.
So as you go about your day, think about how you can incorporate a bit of that Lego spirit into your own life.
Maybe it's by exploring your own creative side, building something new, or connecting with others who share your passions.
Whatever it is, remember that we all have the potential to create something amazing. So go out there and build something awesome.
That's a fantastic note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this Lego-filled journey. We hope you've learned a thing or two, maybe gained some new perspectives, and most importantly, felt inspired. Until next time, keep building, keep exploring, and of course, keep playing. See you later.